Ooh, here's a good idea. Let's mix our mashed potatoes together. Get them mushed up real good. You can put yours in mine. I can put mine in yours. Let's get mashed up real good. Huh? You still asleep?
Good morning, Slop Nation, and welcome to Slop Chop. This is a new comedy podcast about the happenings of the internet. It is your one and only stop for slop. My name is Harvey, and so much to discuss this week. So many incredible topics. We're going to start off with Northern Lion was on the yard. That warms my heart. Those boys all love that man, and you can tell. I think it might be the first podcast he's ever done in L. And he's nervous. It's adorable to see him nervous. He's so self-assured on stream and clips. I'm not a Twitch guy personally, but I do get the highlights in the clips from YouTube, and he's got to be the most intelligent streamer working. It's him or Aiden Ross, one of the two. But dude, yeah, it's he lives in Canada, of course. So like the yard episode is just titled. I think it's just "We Went to Canada" featuring Northern Lion, or they might have flipped it to "We Met Northern Lion in Canada." And yeah, it was a very sweet and endearing episode. Slime talked a lot. I saw on Twitter, Slime, which is one of the four yard boys. I think they're all hilarious, and he's no different. But he's one to just outright respond to people on Twitter who say mean things to him, which is very funny. Most people, public-facing individuals, or ignore the hate or just don't respond to it, obviously, because it tends to breed more when you feed into it. And he just ignores that advice completely and just gets into these battles with people on Twitter. One guy, retweeted the episode with a quote that was like, can we do one of these episodes without Slime in it? Like just three of the other guys plus Northern Lion. And he's like, "What I do, gang? What I do?" But yeah, stuff like that is very funny. I think generally speaking, when people tweet mean shit at internet personalities online, they don't think they're removing themselves from the fact that there's another human on the other end of it, and Slime makes it much more difficult to forget that. He's on a very successful podcast, but he will fucking get at your ass on Twitter if you talk shit. So shouts out to Slime, shouts out to Northern Lion. It was very, very cute to watch him nervous. He's taller than I thought he'd be. This is the first time I've ever seen his bottom half. He's tall. And yeah, that was cool. At one point, Nick, one of the other yard boys, makes a joke, and it kind of goes unrecognized by the boys. And L's like, "Hey, I just wanted to mention that joke that you had back there. That was really good." And Nick was like, "Oh, thanks." you can see it really meant a lot to him. It was so cute. It was so sweet. It was like, four people meeting their streaming idol. And it's a great idol to have. Like, NL is the man. He has a rapturous, kind of all-consuming fan base. I don't think anyone who... Does he have any haters? I've never seen a single bad word about that man. Cut to fucking 1 year from today, and he's getting Me Too'd or something. I can't imagine he seems like such a good guy. Be crazy. Quote me on it, bruh. NL comes out as a weirdo. Post this clip. Yeah, actually, please post this clip. Give me some fucking traction. Give me anything. Post any of these clips. Maybe I should be doing that. I should probably be doing that, huh? Ah, shit. It's not on you. It's on me. Dang it. That requires work, though. Shit. Yeah, fucking 8 seconds ago, I was like, yeah, I never watched the stream, which is the equivalent of this podcast, like the main form of the thing. But I see tons of clips, and I'm not posting any Slop Chop clips currently. I should be. Posted one with the first episode. My plan was like, All right, we're going to have the podcast weekly, obviously, and then at least one, maybe two clips coinciding with it. And that's still eventually my goal. I just have not, So eventually I'll get on that. Clips are what make the world go round. That's how I discovered 90% of the podcasts that I listen to. I'm no different. And most people, I was thinking about Stavros Halkias, the man. Most people that go to that man's shows are not podcast listeners. They just see him from clips online. People are like, oh yeah, I know Stavros is hilarious. I follow him on TikTok. Which is, I don't know why I feel some type of way about that guy, but those guys, not Stavros, but the clip enjoyers, because I literally am one of them. But I also listen to the pod, so I feel more entitled to. I don't know. It's a shitty opinion. Anyway, yeah, I need to work on getting the clips up and running. I'm just gonna add it to my workflow weekly. I have so much time right now too. There's really no excuse not to. But the excuse that I'm coming up with is that it takes forever and it's annoying. The only way to get faster at it is to do it. Ugh. Don't you just wish you could be great at everything immediately? That is one of my massive character defects, is that I am unwilling to do a thing unless I'm great right away. Except for this podcast. This is the one thing where I was like, listen, I'm willing to suck. I'm willing to be bad and mumbly and, I'll edit around it as best I can. But at the end of the day, this is episode 5, baby. People have been doing this for hundreds and hundreds of episodes. And I'm comparing myself to those guys, which is not fair. They all started as well. My all-time favorite podcast, Your Mom's House, with Tom Segura and Christina P. They scrapped the first 300 episodes of their podcast. They're like, hey, it's not good. Just start at 301. 301 is when it starts, when we get the hang of it. I was like, oh my God, 300 episodes. So, that's where I started. I started at 300 and watched all. That's the only podcast I've gone back and watched through or listened to the whole thing. I think people do that too with the true crimey ones, or what's the American, Made in America, Make America Kill People Again, whatever the thing is. This American Life, That American Murder. It's one of those. Yeah, people do it for that because it's a fucking storyline. But I just did it because I loved it and I wanted to, see the beginnings. But it wasn't the beginnings. It was 300 fucking episodes in. That's 6 years. 6 years. Good God. I'm going to kill myself. Anyway, there's no reason to, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. That's what some fucking guy said. And that's where I'm at, I'm starting. This is huge that I'm doing this, I shouldn't kill myself. I'm doing it, baby. Something I've wanted to do forever. I'm fucking doing it. The clips will come. Just hold off. Hold your horses, sloppers. No, but I can't say it enough, but I really appreciate you guys listening. If you're listening to this right now and you have not subscribed or followed on your listening app of choice, please do so. Press follow. Even if you don't listen to the show, every week, just support the boy. Support your boy. Click follow on Spotify. Click subscribe on YouTube. Do it. Thank you. I am choosing to ignore this Hasan and Ethan drama. I thought about it and I was like, well, I have a Slop podcast and this is Slop. I mean, people are talking about it. The internet is abuzz with the debate, as people are calling it. Hasan Piker called into Ethan Klein's pod and they had a 5-hour debate about Israel-Palestine and their general beef. And I thought about it. I was like, well, should I be informed of this happening, this slop? And I listened to about 3 minutes of the episode, and I pressed pause, and then I walked downstairs. I pet my dog. I took her outside. My feet touched that beautiful green luscious grass. And I thought to myself, this is my podcast. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. I don't want to be like a fucking moist critical or whatever where I have to stay abreast of every drama that I don't care about. I don't care about this at all. I find it taxing. A friend of mine, shouts out Nick, watched most or all of this thing and said it was incoherent and brutal to listen to. They're kind of just lobbing... Hello, I'm recording. Oh.
Thank you so much.
Sure, later.
Sorry.
Hold on. They're basically lobbing insults at each other the whole time. Ethan more so than Hasan. Ethan came with my only knowledge of this is that I watched a a TikTok of a guy who ran the entire debate through a fucking AI, like gave the transcript to ChatGPT and was like, don't give me any like glazing fucking AI like, well, there's good points on both sides. Like, don't do that. Tell me who won to the best of your ability. You know, break it down into several criteria and tell me, in your opinion, ChatGPT, who won this debate. And it said handedly Ethan. So if you take the robot's word for it, Ethan won. I haven't seen much of a sentiment online. Again, I cannot be bothered to watch this. I do not care. It's interesting, I guess, that they did this finally. After the years of beef, that they did this. Like I was just curious about the viewership, and I think like Hasan peaked at like 120K, and Ethan had like close to 100K on YouTube. Big numbers, but again, it's brutal. Ideally, Hasan would have gone in and like had an in-person debate. That would have been much. You can't do that though. I get why you wouldn't do that. Like, I don't know if it would have turned physical, but it would have been ugly to walk into the belly of the beast that way. Nor does he need to. Like, he's farming. 90% of the reason that he did this is to get the viewership on his stream as well, right? So, I have no idea who won. I don't care. I do find... I'm hoping that someone will put together a easily digestible highlight reel of the debate, but I cannot be bothered to even scroll through it. It was mind-numbing. It was cringe. 'Twas cringe. And I'm not about it. And that is where this podcast will be different than drama channels on YouTube. Your Moist Criticals and your Asmongold's, who have to have an opinion on every issue. If I don't care about a thing, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to force myself to watch it, I was much more entertained with Northern Lion on the Yard than I was with this big internet drama finally coming to a head. Here's my prediction. In the 5 hours, here's what I bet. I bet that neither individual changed their mind at all. I think that they are both exactly where they started in terms of opinion, and it was a big old waste of time. That's my guess. On that same note, iDubbz released a second video. A content deputy is a what's it called? Addendum to his content cop a couple weeks ago, and it was a bad video, man. So I think what iDubbz is lacking in these recent content cop / deputy videos is jokes. Remember when these were funny and entertaining to watch? He kind of lost the plot a little bit. It's interesting to drag someone, if their content is being bad. That was the whole mission statement of these videos, 5 or 6 years ago whenever he was making them consistently. But they were funny also, He was a comedic YouTuber. He made jokes. Zero jokes. I mean, one joke maybe? In this content deputy, it was just like attacking. The only point that I will give him is that he has a great point about the the tattoos. Ethan, so sort of Ethan's jam is below the belt jabs, or like fucking just whatever insult comes to his head, he lets it rip because he's streaming, you know. He's not doing this. He didn't write this out or anything. He's just going through it piece by piece and giving you the whatever comes to his head. And that is one thing where, like, bro, you cannot be talking about iDubbz's tattoos. Like, you have some extremely questionable tattoos, Ethan. Yeah, like, that's very much a glass house situation. You should not be throwing stones in that motherfucker, brother. No good. Everything else, though, I was like, So, it does seem like iDubbz has resorted back to his old ways, which is kind of interesting, you know? Like, he had this whole apology tour and transition into boxing a couple years ago, and he was like, I regret my past actions, and I regret the content I used to make, and it's not fair, blah, 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 to call people out that way. I'm no better than these people. And it's seemingly, like, especially with this content deputy, he's like, all right, well, I'm stepping down from the boxing thing because of all this drama. He and Anissa both stepped out. The organizers of the event and the people, the creators of Creator Clash, are both now out because of this drama. And also, 2 of the fighters that were going to fight on this card have both dropped out. The only 2 that I knew. the 2 fighters that I was aware of, it's the Epic Mealtime guy, Harley, and the H3 lady, AB, and fuck, her name is something. The beautiful wife of AB. I don't remember her name. Shit, man. Apologies. Oh my. That's some juicy drama that I don't much have an opinion of. Well, what else did I have? So yeah, iDubbz, man, it's a weird character arc. He's just fully embracing going back to, as he described it, rolling around in the mud with the piggies. But I thought you were done with that, bruh. I think what happened is that he received the attention from the internet that he has been not receiving for the past 5 years, and like, this is his most viewed video in years, and suddenly everyone's talking about him again. And you can't. It's hard to ignore that clout. I do get it, but it is weird. It's like you were so stark with your morals, and this being a questionable idea, and then oh my god, 4 million views on my fucking video. Well, time to go back. Time to be the slop enjoyer, the slop creator that I am. I don't blame you, iDubbz. I do blame you for not making your videos funny. What the fuck, bro? Prioritize making them funny, and then, like, even if your points are mid, if it's funny, like, most people are not gonna really care. But if it's just a straight up, like, takedown with no jokes, you kind of have to come with some real heat, some real damning opinions, and I don't think you did either of those things. So, shouts out iDubbz. I think your content is not great currently. I think someone should do a content comp about iDubbz. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I could see Ethan doing that. Ethan just did one for Hasan. It took him months. It's a very good video. It's funny. Well-researched points. Lots of jokes. Great editing. I think the reason that most people don't do that is because it takes a lot of time. He was talking, I heard briefly on stream that he was talking about, just for literal months, he's like, yep, I'm working on a big project. Can't really tell you guys much about it. Yep, I've been separating myself from my family, just editing for every spare moment I get. Thank you, Ela, for covering 100% of the parental duties. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. I wanted to discuss with you sloppers, a topic that is near and dear to my heart, that I'm curious if I get if any of you feel similarly, where this is like such a bizarre thing, but I am, when when iDubbz was talking about tattoos, it got me thinking about my love of tattoos, but specifically face tattoos. I am fascinated with face tattoos. I would never get one, but it's just such a crazy decision, a wild thing to do, to get your face tattooed. And I'm just fascinated by it. It's so interesting to me. And kind of like a morbid curiosity, perhaps. But there's several celebrities. This is embarrassing, but there are several celebrities that I follow on Instagram specifically so that, like, if they get some more shit on their face, I get to see it. It's a little odd. The king of this is Post Malone. To have a white boy with that level of commitment is really remarkable. Generational face tattoo haver. And I followed. Again, this is a little embarrassing, but I don't give a fuck, bro. No, yeah, it's a little embarrassing. But I followed a fan account for Post I actually unfollowed them recently because Post stopped with the face tattoos, bruh. What the fuck? He hasn't gotten a new one in like 2 years. But I followed this this fan account, Post Malone updates, because they would always post Malone. They would always post fucking face tat updates, like, oh my god, Post, you got a new tattoo. Here it is. It's a fucking cock on a cock on one eyelid and a vagina on the other. But it's interesting. I'm just fascinated by it. It's such a wild decision. When he got the always tired under the eyelids, that's nuts. The barbed wire on the forehead. Or the first one he got a little baby smiley face on his cheek, and then he got like a phrase on his forehead, and it looked insane. I remember that was like a huge news story when he got it because it looks crazy. He looks like Post Malone now. Everyone's used to it. But when you first start getting him, especially as a white, it's a lot. It's pretty insane. I forgot what the phrase is that he has on his forehead. Doesn't matter. But yeah, dude, it's wild. And then what's always interesting to me is that, like, for whatever reason, it's something about like symmetry or placement or something. But you can make it look good, and there's people that look really bad with the face tats. Like Post Malone, in my opinion, looks good with them. It's possible he's just like a good looking person, but like the face tats complement his whole thing. You know what I mean? In my opinion, the most iconic face tats of all time. Like, you could say Mike Tyson, I guess, but like 2008, 2009 Lil Wayne is god tier face tattoo having, in my humble opinion. I think it was like the Carter 2, Carter 3 era, when he had Fear God on the eyelids, which is the hardest shit of all time, and the teardrops, and I think just like the one little forehead thing. Absolutely iconic. King shit. So cool. And that man has jumped the shark. Massively, bro. Massively. He looks crazy now. He looks like a middle school bathroom wall. Are kids still doing that? Writing shit on the wall? Probably. But that's what he looks like. He flew too close to the sun. He couldn't help it. Similar to normal tattoos, I have to imagine that when you get the first, you get one face tattoo, and then you're like, well, I'm going to get a couple of other. What the fuck am I doing? What am I, an asshole? Just one face tattoo? So I do get that. But, I mean, oh my god, the Fear God on the eyelids is so sick. It's so fucking sick. That shit is so cool. Yeah. But now it's bad. We were talking, my brother and I were discussing Ski Mask, the Slump God. I think Ski Mask has perfect face tattoos. I think it's just ideal. It's fucking perfect, man. The symmetry's great. Yeah, it has to do with symmetry, I think. A couple different colors. He's got, yeah, it's like he's got the one under the eyelid, He's got, but like on the opposite side of his nose, he's got one down there, or on the nose, right? But then he's got like around, like where his beard would be. I don't know, man. It just looks good. It looks fucking sick. It works. Shouts out to Ski Mask, bro. That his whole thing, I really fuck with. Love his music, love his vibe. I like the do-rag he always wears. What a cool guy. Who else? Who else has great face tats? Tekashi 6ix9ine. There's another guy that I was following for the longest just because I was like, holy fucking shit, dude. Those face tats are insane. Man, he fell the fuck off, huh? To have just the 6ix9ine on your forehead is very cool. Very fucking cool. I think I have to make the distinction that in this instance I was saying cool ironically. Really fucking sick, man. But I think Ski Mask is legitimately cool. My dogs are barking. Tekashi 6ix9ine, what an asshole. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, do you guys have any face tat opinions? What are we thinking about these face tats? It's usually rappers. It's usually like, I think maybe we're past the era where it was a thing to do. Oh, who's that fucking white kid? Lil Xan. Got some great face tats. His music is kind of ass. But those tats are pretty sick. Yep. I'll put a picture in the video, but that man, I fuck with him. I get it. Good symmetry. It's like I think it has something to do with it's just enough on each side to kind of balance out. Great face tats. Shouts out Lil Xan. Anyway, shouts out face tats. I'll probably have like 10 of them the next time that I do this podcast. Yeah, dude, if you have face tats, shouts out to you. It's fucking sick, bro. It's super cool. That's insane. Can you imagine getting your face tattooed? Holy shit. Or the throat. The throat is also is just nuts. I know a dude who has just the back of his neck totally done. It's like he's got like nothing up here, but the entire back of his neck is just, it's like angel wings or something. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's such a weird thing with tattoos. Like, I've always been fascinated by tattoos and vaguely want them, but I have zero, and I'm too much of a baby to actually commit to getting a few. You know, it is such a commitment. On anywhere in my body just feels like crazy. And then I think about like, I'm a media junkie. I love my media. I love my films. So are there any movies that would be, that I would want on my body? I was like, my movie tastes change so often. And like, what if one of the creators gets Me Too'd and like it turns out fucking, I don't know, Ari Aster is a kid diddler. And then I have that fucking Hereditary, the decapitated decapitated head tattooed on my body for the rest of time. It's actually in the shot. You can see this right here. There's a puzzle of that decapitated head from A24. Pretty neat. I've not made that puzzle yet, but I think it's so funny that exists. There's a lot of things that I buy that I'm just like, come on, there's no way that exists. Holy shit, I'm buying that. Very similar to this Always Sunny in Philadelphia Monopoly set behind me. They made a Monopoly for fucking Always Sunny. Cool. I'm owning that. Okay. I probably should have put this in when we were talking about streamers, but Kanye was just on Sneako's stream to drop some new heaters, some new music on us for his upcoming album World War III, which I will be listening to with great anticipation. I'm waiting for it, and I can't say the words of this song at all, but it is so funny. I cannot recommend it enough. If you just type in, probably Kanye Hitler song will bring it up. It is absolutely hilarious. I died laughing. A very tough one to sing along to, for many reasons. But I highly recommend that song. You bang it right next to the I gave my cousin head. That's how I'm hoping those songs are right back to back, right next to each other in the album. The Suck My Cousin Off When I Was 9 years old song, and then the All My Homies Are Nazis Hail Hitler song. What an arc for a Mr. Kanye West. What a fascinating guy. Fascinating guy. I do think it's interesting, by the way, that rappers are going on streams to promote their music, regardless of how ridiculous and insane. Obviously, the Kanye stuff is fucking crazy. But it's just a thing now. Like, you go on, like, Kai Cenat makes sense because he does crazy numbers, but people are going on Sneako's stream. I only know of him, by the way, because I don't know why I know of him. Probably just because he was like a weirdo online once, and I caught a video about it. But yeah, Kanye West on fucking Sneako's stream. Oh man, who's that really fat guy? That ultra fat rapper. I bet you that'll bring it up. Ultra fat rapper. It most certainly did bring it up. Dave Blunts. So Dave Blunts did a video about this new Kanye album, and he said, "Oh man, that Kanye song about sucking your cousin off, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was from the heart." And I know that this album's about to be crazy because I know that because I wrote every song. I wrote every single song on the album. Did you write the Hitler song too, Dave Blunts? That is such a bizarre thing. Kanye, by the way, Kanye is he's notorious for not writing his own shit. He's been not writing his own shit his entire career, so that comes as no surprise that someone else is writing it. But to have your entire album be written by Dave Blunts, I mean, what is he, 23? He's 23, and he's the fattest man alive. Dave Blunts. Let's check my facts here. He's exactly 23, and he is, after doing some research, the fattest man alive. And now he's writing for, like, why would you hire a 23-year-old, regardless of how obese he is? 23-year-old to write your album, Kanye West? The guy who's like less than half your age? He's like, hey man, he knows about Hitler and blowing family members. That's all you need. I vetted him. He's like, yeah man, super down with Hitler. And I think incestual gay diddling is, oh boy. Yeah, anyway, shouts out Dave Blunt, shouts out Kanye West. I will be definitely listening to this album. I'm fascinated by it. World War III, it's called. It's entitled. Can't wait. I can wait. But I'm excited. And shouts out Dave Blunts. You're fat as shit. I appreciate that. I do think it is interesting to be like, I'm a fat piece of shit. Like that guy. It's not that he's struggling with his demons or anything. He's just like, I'm fat as fuck, which is funny. He's essentially a lol cow. He's a straight up lol cow, and he's like on an oxygen mask on a couch on stage, just fat as shit. Shouts out Dave Blunts. I'm also fat, not that fat, but pretty fat. But I hate myself for it. I mean, he probably hates himself. I shouldn't put words in his mouth, you know. He probably hates himself plenty, but it's not in his art. It's not in his music. It's not in his art. Wouldn't you be expressing that hatred? You know? Instead, he's like, I just wrote Kanye's album. Then I ate a sandwich. Make that 15 sandwiches. How wild is it that rappers go on streams? It's just so crazy to me that streams are so mainstream. Mainstream! It's pretty wild though, right? I think it really was Kai. It was Kai that bridged that gap. He started having, or maybe it was no. I gotta give credit where it's due. Ninja was the first guy who had Drake on Fortnite. That was insane. What was that, like 5 years ago? It has to have been more than that. Definitely pre-COVID. Long time ago. But yeah, then Kai was like just having famous people on regularly. Because he does more numbers than fucking Jimmy Fallon. He does way more numbers than fucking any of those guys. And I got AIDS. Excuse me. And the late night talk shows or whatever those are not your fan base. Your fan base is like the young and hip Kai Cenat viewers. You're tapping into the Zoomers, bro. It's a really great. It's a mutually beneficial partnership when fucking, I don't know, Kevin Hart and Drewski go on Kai's stream. They're hilarious. They're great together. It breathes new life into Kevin Hart's career. But anyway, shouts out Kai Cenat. He's the man. He seems like a legit. Like he's got jokes. He's got energy. He gives a shit. He tries. His production budget is insane. Yeah, he deserves all the success, that guy. But then I'm certain, I didn't put this together until now, but I am 100% certain that Kanye West asked to be on Kai Cenat's stream. And Kai said, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm all set on that. And then he probably went down the list of the next 300 or 400 most popular streamers in the world until landing on fucking Sneako. And Sneako was like, "Oh, yes, of course, please. Do you want to come over right now? Should I wear a KKK hood to make you more comfortable?" So yeah, shouts out Sneako, shouts out Kanye West. Interesting business model, streaming. I think eventually, by the way, I would love to get to the point, once you have a base of subscribers and people that tune in. This is probably a year, maybe more down the road. I would do a monthly stream, maybe monthly, maybe weekly. Weekly seems like a lot. Probably monthly, like a Q&A or just like fucking doing something. Streaming seems fun, but I have no desire to be a streamer at all. I would much rather be a once a week podcaster that people listen to. That would be cool. I guess it is cool because it's happening right now. My legions of fans are out there listening to Slop Chop as we speak. God bless you people. God bless you people. All right, let's move on. Shouts out Kanye. You are an actual insane person. And I appreciate that about you. I actually went through a whole kind of mourning phase with Kanye, I would have considered him my favorite artist most of my adult life. I still think like 90% of his music is untouchable. It's incredible. Generationally good. He is a generationally fantastic musician. You go back and listen to fucking Late Registration. Oh, Graduation. Any of them. Any of the early... I'm tired of fucking Twisted Fantasy at this point. I've heard it too many times, but even like Life of Pablo. Every single one of those albums, you just like... Specifically, let's focus. Let's harpen in. It's definitely not an expression. Let's harpen in on Late Registration specifically because I was listening to it very recently. It's like every single song is an all-timer. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like a very recognizable, either a huge hit or just like a unbelievable production, crazy catchy. They're all just so damn good. And, he's one of a kind, that guy. And the fact that he's fallen this hard it depressed me for quite some time. I'm not going to lie. It made me sad. I was like, bro, just shut up. Get back on your medicine. Start making good music again. I think pretty much post Pablo, you can miss. No, that's not true because he did Kids See Ghost and the Pusha T album. Fuck. All right, so after all that stuff, I think Kids See Ghost my last favorite album of his. I loved that record as a Kanye nerd and a Cudi nerd. This is like, oh my god, so long ago now, but I fucking loved it. I remember where I was when it dropped. I remember listening to it. It dropped at like midnight. I remember staying up and listening to it and being just blown away. That first listening to it for the next week nonstop, loving it. And then the Fantano review coming out and him giving it a 10, which made me so happy. Yeah, dude, that was sick. Love that album. I have it on vinyl. But what have we gotten since then? Donda, bro? I don't give a shit about Donda. Donda's not my thing at all. Donda 2, ugh. Vultures, ugh. I think I might be missing something in between. And I cannot be bothered to look it up. So, if I'm missing something, whatever. But that year when he did the 8-track records with a bunch of people, he did the Pusha T 8-track and then the Tiana Taylor and then him with Ye. He did 4 albums in 1 year, a calendar year, and they're all killer. I mean, that's the guy we're dealing with. He's so good. He's so impressive. I wasn't really much of a Kanye fan before, but now that he's talking about Hitley, sign me up, brother. There is some fucking racist asshole out there who's like, man, I usually don't like him, but this one, this one here's got a good head on his shoulders. Oh my God, I almost said shout out Hitley. I'm not shouting out Hitley, that's crazy. Fuck Hitley. And fuck Kanye a little bit, you know? Like, come on, bruh. Oh man. He's just doubling and tripling down. Quadrupling down. He's finally making music about his love of Adolf, which is good, I guess. At least he's not just on Twitter. Twitter's the worst place to be for Kanye West. You need to delete the app, brother. It did make me funny, but it made me funny. This made me laugh on this most recent song. Of all the red-pilled fucking super conservative neo-Nazis out there, like, Kanye is that guy. He's like best friends with Nick Fuentes. I wonder if they bang. They probably bang. Nick Fuentes and Kanye West definitely bang. But anyway, like, he is fully entrenched in that side, and all those guys are calling X.com, the everything app. They're calling it X because Elon's one of the boys, and we could call it X. Like, all the guys on the right are calling it X, and all the normal people, all the level-headed among us, still call it Twitter, which never fails to make me laugh. It's so funny to me that, you know, the popular consensus is still more than a year after the rebrand to still call it Twitter. But Kanye, in this most recent Hitley song, calls it Twitter. They don't know what to be talking about on Twitter. They don't know what to be talking about on X.com, the everything app. You know? So, shouts out Twitter, shouts out Kanye, shouts out X.com. X.com, the everything app. Do your banking. Fill out your forms. While we're on the subject of hippity happity, this week marked the 1 year anniversary of the release of Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. It's been a year. I mean, that is crazy to me. It's been a fucking year since the culmination of the Drake and Kanye. Drake and Kanye also had beef, but that was way back in the day and much less hurtful. Yeah, Drake and Kendrick beef. It's been a fucking year since that happened, dude. Does that seem crazy to any of you people? Seems nuts to me. This year flew by. But then I think about, like, well, how, you know, it became a #1 hit. He took it to the Super Bowl. He's been touring with it for months now. Like, okay, when you put it that way, I get it. You know, it's been a year. Okay, sure. It still feels crazy though, right? Man, what a fun time to be a hip hop head. What a blast that was. Yeah. I mean, it's the oldest of news. It's probably about a year old at this point. But yeah, I just wanted to commiserate that moment in hip hop history. One of the coolest things to live through as a fan of both those guys. And I think it has genuinely hurt Drake's whole thing. It's hurt his legacy a lot. Drake will drop something new, or he'll be on stream with Aiden Ross or some shit, and all the comments are like, even if they're glazing, they're still addressing the beef. Like, bro, everyone says Drake lost, bro. I didn't think he did. I think he held his own. Like, what he would prefer is that you don't bring it up at all, and you just say, you're the GOAT, we love you, or whatever. But everyone's still talking about it because it was so crazy. That whole thing was so crazy. And the fact that he edged him on, drop, sucking my own cock, or whatever. He definitely, I mean, he brought this on himself. He poked the bear. He poked Kendrick Lamar. Anyway, this is old news. It's just very funny to me that you would ever fuck with that guy in particular. That guy? Literally anyone else. Anyone else. Any other human. Even Eminem. Like, he's a notorious fucking, don't ever beef with Eminem, you're gonna get your ass kicked. But he's washed up, you know? Kendrick's in his prime. He's just widely considered an actual genius. You want to get in the ring with that motherfucker? Jesus Christ, bro. Drop. It's so fun how Kendrick handled that whole, he kind of 4D chessed the whole situation and just had the Kendrick drop something and then Drake drops this like highly produced 8-minute song with a music video. It's a good song. It's one of the better songs of the beef. And then literally less than an hour later, Kendrick drops another song. He lets him have less than 60 minutes of glory before dropping Meet the Grams, which is the meanest, brutally nasty songs I've ever heard. That song is fucking evil. And then just, you see all these reactions of all these like streamers at the time or whatever, YouTubers, they're like, oh, listen to Drake. Kendrick drop? Are you shitting me? Going over to his page and just their faces of like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. This man is, oh, good Lord. Fun stuff. Such a fun time. My wide view of Slop is just whatever everyone's talking about, but it would have been great to have this podcast back then. Because that was so much fun. Such a good time. But yeah, dude, I do think, because, like, you know, when this whole thing basically ended roughly a year ago, because Not Like Us was the last song that dropped. Oh, excuse me. No, it wasn't. Not Like Us became a multinational #1 hit. That song is still a banger. It's been overplayed. It's been this horrific diss song about calling Drake a pedophile is overplayed at this point. Just the fact that you can say that, there's no more ringing endorsement of who won this thing. The Drake's a pedophile song, it got a little overplayed. I've heard it too many times. That's crazy. But I mean, the song's an absolute heater. He out-Draked Drake. He made, because like you know, think back onto the Meek Mill beef with Drake. Drake made Back to Back, which is a heater. It's a fucking banger. The idea is you get a song people like hearing, like dancing to, and then you can have it playing in the clubs, and then everyone's dancing to like fuck that guy, right? That is the pinnacle of a diss track is doing that, and Drake had this beautiful knack for it. He like the Back to Back thing was great, and Back to Back, I like that record. And then, like, you know, Kendrick comes out and just does that. I'm going to make this horrorcore misery song called Meet the Grams, where I'm rapping as every member of your family telling you how much you're a piece of shit. Again, that song is just fucking mean. It's evil. And then I'm going to make the dance hall, not dance hall. It's a banger, bro. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm going to make a fucking banger calling you A minor with all those little moments to get the crowd involved. So effective. Like, won a trillion Grammys. Can you imagine winning Grammys from the Drake's a Pedophile song? I mean, it's just the biggest W I've ever seen. It's a historic W. And it's Drake's fault. People like Kendrick started it. Because of that fucking verse. It's not, what's that song called? The Future song. Like that. Bro. No, he didn't. He gave a couple little jabs. And then Drake was like, how dare you? Drop. Okay, I will drop. You requested it, and I will happily oblige, my good friend. I will drop. Man, a year. Time flies, huh? Maybe, this was such a publicized. I don't think, this was a moment, and we're not going to see another moment like this for quite some time, because those were the basic, arguably, like, I mean, they make the comparison in the songs, but Prince versus like a Michael Jackson. It's like the artsy sort of esoteric, academic, universally considered great, versus like the pop star, also pretty much universal, like considered kind of a fake dude, but untouchable record of hits, an unmatchable, untouchable generational record. Those two guys going head to head is fascinating. And, like, I don't know who else you could put up against each other that would even come close to that level of hype. It'd be tough to find anyone on that level. There's just not, those are like the two guys. It's crazy that we got that. I mean, it was beautiful. A beautiful, beautiful couple of weeks, man. Really, really remarkable stuff. The fact that it's been a year is crazy. I wonder if Kendrick Lamar is aware. Do you think Kendrick Lamar knows who Hasan Piker is? He's just aware that he exists. My heart tells me no. I can't imagine that he does. But then, like, maybe he has his ear to the ground. Maybe he knows general culture stuff. I don't know, man. I can't imagine that he does. It seems like just two completely different worlds. Anywho, what else we got? What have I been watching? You guys, I saw Thunderbolts. It was good. Shockingly good. If you're not aware, this is the new Marvel Slop in cinemas currently. It looked interesting. I thought the trailers looked, I was like, oh, this looks like a real movie. Like, it's shot well. This doesn't look like Obi-Wan Kenobi or Quantumania or whatever bullshit. It's shot well. It looks like there's like blocking and lighting and stuff. The trailers, like the jokes looked, not great, but dude, it's good. It seems like a legitimate return to form for Marvel. Unironic return to form. It is Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, it's the same premise. A group of misfits who are kind of shady. They're getting together and they're, that's your premise. But it works, man. I think they rightfully decided to tone down. It's not like a world-ending conflict. It's like a much more personal sort of thing. And it gets way more weird and sort of Kaufman-esque. It's Charlie Kaufman-y at the end. So I enjoyed it, man. I think the emotions work. It doesn't hit quite as hard as a James Gunn Guardians movie. James Gunn is long gone. I'm not getting another project from him under the Marvel logo ever again, which is fair. I'm looking forward to that Superman movie and his future DC output. But this is good. I can't complain, bro. I had a couple of whatever. I think that what's his name? The not Captain America guy. I thought he was not great. Lewis Pullman. Lewis Pullman was awesome. I apologize. Lewis Pullman was the new guy. His name is Bob. He killed it. I did not like Wyatt Russell in this film. Wyatt Russell, the first thing I saw him in was that fantastic Black Mirror episode. Yeah, but he's great in that Black Mirror episode. I'm certain I've seen him in other things where he's been good, but he was not great in this film. That was my only complaint, though, dude. Everyone else killed it. I thought the acting was really great. No, I'm sorry. Julia Louis-Dreyfus was really bad. She was phoning it in, bro. She could not be bothered to give a shit. And it is Marvel slop, but I've seen you act good. You could give it some. You're giving it none. Give it some. Elaine May. But yeah, effective film. I enjoyed it, man. And I unironically got excited. Look, a couple things. I unironically got excited for the after credit stuff. I was like, oh my god! What are we in 2018? I'm excited for this, and it seems like it doesn't seem like, I know for a fact that this after credits thing will happen. Like it is it's not like Harry Styles showing up at the end of fucking whatever that dog shit awful film was called. Yeah, you know the one. But Harry Styles showed up in that awful film at the very end and was like, hey, I'm a guy. Hey, I'm a guy. I'll be in these movies now. You're like, no, you won't. Harry Styles. You fucking liar. Ugh. I can't even remember the name of the fat fucking piece of shit. Angelina Jolie. My God, that movie was awful. Anyway, this one was good. I don't know what to tell you. It was good. You know, it's the best Marvel movie in years. Easily. It's not great, you know, but it's good. I wholeheartedly recommend it. A return to form. I hope it makes money. Oh, it'll make money. I hope it doesn't bomb. I think it bombing would send the wrong message to the studio, but I think the critical acclaim and the general the general like audience positivity will hopefully inspire these studio ghouls to keep making them like this. Small scale, lots of character, and lots of heart. The movie's about family, and that's what's so important about it. Shouts out Thunderbolts. I genuinely enjoyed it. I was shocked. Well, I wasn't shocked because it got good reviews, so I was like, it's probably gonna be pretty good. But I'm happy that it was good. I rewatched First Reformed. You guys familiar with First Reformed? This is a Paul Schrader joint starring Ethan Hawke. 2017, right? Yep, A24. It's about a pastor losing his faith, basically, and becoming a no spoiler guy. And it's good. It is beautifully shot, stunningly freaking beautifully shot, lit. Every shot is composed. It's one of those every frame a painting situations where the camera's always static, similar to the camera that I'm filming this podcast with. Yes, the First Reformed movie looks very much like my podcast set. It's that level of quality. No, but it's it's freaking stunningly beautiful, and I wish that I cared more about what was actually going on. There's a turn in the film that I won't spoil, but there's a significant turn where he decides to do a thing, and it's towards the end, and it seems like it happens quickly, like it happens sort of out of nowhere. This was a rewatch for me, by the way. I rewatched it because I had similar thoughts the first time I watched it. I was like, well, that was fucking stunningly beautiful, but I didn't get a whole lot out of the story. And I felt the same way this time. So, this is like your movie nerd's favorite movie. Everyone loves this. I don't love it. I think it's good. I would put literally any frame of this film and into a frame and onto my wall. Cedric the Entertainer is in this movie, which is cool. He's really great as a serious actor. I'm not surprised why I don't see him in more things. He's really great. Oh, he's in Ice Age. So yeah, shouts out Ethan Hawke, shouts out First Reformed, shouts out Paul Schrader. Paul Schrader's still cranking him out, man. Dude's like 85 or something. Still cranking him. What a guy. There's a really sweet video of him, some guy in New York, walking past him at a bagel shop. He goes, "Holy shit, are you Paul Schrader?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, most people don't recognize me." Paul Schrader does not get recognized very often. Oh my God, can I get a photo? Yes, of course. Sweet. Yeah, I rewatched the first episode of one of my all-time favorite web series. It's called The Gay and Wondrous Life of Caleb Gallo by Brian Jordan Alvarez. Absolutely hilarious. It's about a gay guy living in Los Angeles. It is so fucking funny. They're like 5 20-minute episodes that he put out. They're well shot, they're well directed, they're very well edited, and the writing is just 10 out of 10 in my opinion. These characters are so endearing, so hilarious, really, really, and very accurate to how the gays really talk and act. But it's the best. I used to subscribe to Brian Jordan Alvarez because of these series. He is he's a working actor. He's in the Megan movies, which is cool. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking Brian Jordan Alvarez. But now all he posts are shorts, and I hate YouTube shorts. And he posts like these, just like a bunch of character stuff, YouTube shorts, and it clogs up my freaking sub feed. So I unsubscribed from him. But he's great. I'll put in one scene right here, just so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. I think about this scene constantly. It makes me laugh so hard.
Hey, this guy's in my apartment. You remember that guy I said I was gonna fuck last night and I sent you a picture of him?
He's beautiful.
Well, he's still at my apartment and he has this huge erection. I can't do any work.
Why would that stop you from doing work?
Because it's turning me on, you know? It's like this tent. And I need to do work at my stand-up desk.
What kind of work do you have to do?
You know, like fucking computer work, career work.
Acting.
Yeah, acting. I want to be an actress. Everybody wants to be a fucking actress.
Well, why are you calling me about this guy's boner like I can do something about it?
I feel like he's gonna wake up in the next half hour, and if you come over and you give like really heavy gay best friend vibes, then he'll get the hint that, you know, we've moved past the sexual part of the experience.
Right, like maybe I can hit on him a little bit or something?
Yeah, turn him off, you know? Say like, hey girl, and like, I don't get baseball, and...
Like my car's broken and I don't know how to change the tire, and like I have a slightly uncomfortable relationship with my father, but I know that he loves and supports me, and also he's where I get my sense of humor.
Exactly, yeah, turn him off, that's great.
Hey girl!
Hey!
How are you?
So good.
Let's go shopping. Oh, hey. Come over here, give me a little kissy.
I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Bye. Thank you.
No problem. That scene is like one of those things where I reference it in real life. Expect, hey girl! I can't even do it. But I expect people to know that I'm doing a bit or like I'm referencing something, and no one has seen this show. But people have to see this show, dude. It's so good. It's just an absolute heater. So yeah, dude, watch it. It's great. Send your love to Brian Jordan Alvarez. My beloved Red Letter Media did a half in the bag for Sinners and Thunderbolts, a true return to form. Much like Thunderbolts, this half in the bag was a true return to form, dude. Like just 2 movies intercut with trailers. They didn't have the sketches before and after the discussion, but we're never going to get that again because it's too much work for them, unfortunately. Half in the Bag is still my all-time favorite web show, bar none. I loved it. Love it. I still watch every Half in the Bag, but in its heyday when it was great, oh man, just the best thing on the internet. So good, so funny. And this is, we got a little taste of that again. 2 movies, head to head, bullshitting, great jokes. It was awesome, man. I love it. Loved it. And I love seeing those boys try. Might be a little too harsh, but there's been a lot of not trying very hard on that channel recently. And it makes me sad. Every once in a while they'll post something that they're passionate about. And like a lot of the best of the worst are still good. Wheel of the Worst, most recent one, is great. But a lot of the stuff is just kind of bland. Not great. So, it is what it is. Love those boys. Love that channel. Still my favorite. Still goated. My favorite channel of all time. I don't anticipate anything taking that mantle from them. That's pretty much it, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls. I don't know. I should really start timing this to see how long I've been fucking yapping. Did I miss anything? Hell yeah, I missed something. I've been watching Andor. And again, like as promised last episode, I will not be spending 40 minutes touching on Andor every week. I will say that this most recent batch of 3 episodes, fantastic. Raise the bar. I was hoping that those first 3 episodes would be the weakest of the series, weakest of the season, similar to the first 3 of the first season. And so far, I think I was correct. These second batch of 3 episodes were killer. Extremely good. Similar quality level to the first season. If you're not watching Andor, what the fuck are you doing, bruv? What are you doing? Watch Andor. It's incredible. And I think that's all I got. With that said, sloppers, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please, subscribe. Plus follow. And I'll see you next week. God bless you. Thank you so much.